Whoops, hopefully no one caught that, is what several artists and animators within the world of anime probably thought when their work had a little hiccup. Whether it's the slice-of-life anime Love Live, the jam-packed action in Bleach, or even the good old Pokemon series, one thing is for sure. There are bloopers here and there in the episode making process. Before we dive in, be sure to subscribe to Screen Rant for more awesome content. Ever seen Slender Man? Well, it wouldn't be far-fetched to assume that the artist for Code Geass took notes from his anatomy. As one can see, these guys have abnormally long limbs. Still, that's the least abnormal thing within this hit anime series. Climbing upstairs might be a chore or an exercise for some, but sometimes it gets a bit too serious. Is it even possible to climb up these seemingly vertical stairs? Seems like the artist's perspective wasn't too keen that day. Inception and Doctor Strange had very trippy visuals of cities being able to fold and take a hold of numerous different perspectives, so it seems that it inspired this one scene. Or these guys defy gravity. This won't be the last time we'll be seeing this particular mistake. Speaking of perspective and peripherals, within this one living room meeting, these characters are all facing the screen, yet it doesn't match the angle of the sofa. What are these girls sitting on? Are they levitating? We'll let you decide. Either our eyesight is poor, or we're having some sort of memory relapse. When did Ash Ketchum ever have two Pikachus? Unless it wasn't his in the first place. Two is better than one, especially when you have two cute, electrifying mice that can beat down gym leaders and legendary Pokemon. Either that, or the artist just loved Pikachu so much that he had to put him in there twice. Okay, now there's no way we're just seeing double. In this One Piece scene, it can clearly be seen that there are two Zoros. Maybe he took lessons from Naruto on creating clones. Zoro is a kick-butt attitude type of character, so it's easy to see why he'd be so loved. Sailor Moon is a classic show full of magical princesses and sparkles, but it seems to also be full of additional appendages. Looks like this sailor seems to have an extra finger for some reason. When the sailors transform from typical schoolgirls into superheroines, it might be understandable if it alters them in other ways. Being a captain in the Gotei 13 in the world of Bleach is definitely not an easy task, but neither is twisting your arm like Ikaku did. For some reason, several artists like adding in extra appendages or have them twist and turn in quite uncomfortable areas. Please don't try this at home. It seems Sailor Moon isn't the only show that randomly added in more fingers. This girl's point was so meaningful that just the regular amount of 5 was not enough. Maybe they're aliens. Could explain the abstract anatomy. Okay, this looks rather uncomfortable. Either this guy snapped his hand or he defies how the human body works. Hey, he also has an extra finger. What is up with these artists randomly adding in more fingers? Layers are a very important part of animation and art pieces in general, but it can also bring upon quite strange settings. The closest character or object to the screen should come first, but the artists for Fate/Stay Night believed Saber was so important that she had to be in the foreground. Saber is the poster girl and arguably the most popular character in the series, but come on now! It seems that this other girl is either gigantic, or once again, the layers are completely off. A giant pig is definitely not a common sight. Or maybe the city is miniature in comparison. The mutated behemoth and radioactive lizard Godzilla is quite a huge threat to humanity, but let's be honest here, Godzilla is nothing compared to a literal pigzilla. Saving the day and rescuing damsels in distress is no easy accomplishment for a superhero, but neither is somehow being able to punch a hole through them without them yelling out in pain. Glasses might make some people look classy, smart, nerdy, and pretty much anything in between, but would it make sense for eyelashes to grow out from them too? But hopefully this never happened to them. If you have glasses, take them off whenever you get the chance to. Otherwise, they might just grow into your body. Phasing through solid objects is something you might expect from a comic book character. But that didn't stop this guy's face from coming through the fence. His speech was so important, he denied the laws of the universe. Maybe the Avengers could use another guy in their team with this bizarre ability. Before Sasuke ever teamed up with Naruto in order to help defeat the highly dangerous Madara Uchiha, or the goddess Kaguya, he decided to take some next-level gymnastics. It seems that Sasuke not only took lessons in Genjutsu and controlling his Susanoo, but he also took some next-level yoga. What is with that form? Ouch! Case Closed is a well-known detective-type anime which follows the adventures of Shinichi, an intellectual youth who obtained a reputation for solving difficult cases, until one day he stumbled upon the wrong crime. After a certain incident, this left him with the body of a little boy. But even though he was small, let's just say the artists went overboard on portraying him. Detective Conan is not the tallest guy around, but there's no way he's that small, right? Either that or there are some giant women lurking around somewhere. Pain, what happened to you? For some reason, these ninja are able to strangely manipulate their body's shape and attributes. Pain is a formidable villain who gave Naruto and the other ninja a run for their money, but when his pain is greater than we'd expect, maybe he isn't such a bad dude after all. This particular story arc within Naruto Shippuden didn't have the best animation nor consistency, but it was still decent enough to showcase one of the coolest Naruto villains. Love Live's School Idol project is a slice-of-life anime which entails schoolgirls attempting to save their school from its seemingly inevitable shutdown. There are a menagerie of fun characters and moments, but even though the animation and art for the series is pretty polished for the most part, let's just say it won't stop a little slip-up here and there. Maki, the adorable redhead of the group, was the victim of this hilarious artist blooper. First thing that comes to mind is, where is the rest of her face? Why is her hair taking up over half of it? A quite common trope within anime and cartoons alike is that an animal-like character may have certain features that separates them from humans, but that doesn't stop the artists from slipping up on this concept every now and again. Some animals usually have ears at the top of their head, but apparently they're still able to hear from the sides of it. Okay, what is up with the Japanese nation's obsession with Slender Man? The people in the image here have very strange bodily proportions. As we said, the Code Geass example was not going to be the last time we'd see this. Vegeta finally obtained the legendary Super Saiyan Blue state after training with Goku and Whis for several years. The radiant and godly blue aura is quite majestic, but sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate with the animation. When Vegeta faced off against Kaba, the Universe 6 Saiyan, Vegeta demonstrated to him the pinnacle of the godly Super Saiyans, or at least the transformation that strangely changes from yellow to blue every once in a while. Let's just say that sometimes the artists wanted to incorporate one of the classic anime icons, Astro Boy himself. Whether intentionally or accidentally, we'll never know. So, who do you guys see here? Is this Hiei or Astro Boy? Hard to tell in all honesty. Either this girl and old woman can alter reality, or the perspective from their seating distance is very off. She was a few feet away, then suddenly was literally right next to the old lady. So there you have it. Are there any other animation or artist mistakes that you have in mind? Did any of these make you laugh out loud? Let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to Screen Rant. Thanks for watching.